Hello, I'm Dave Abram.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to Arundel County Week in Review. In this episode, we'll preview summer fun with recreation and parks and talk about the upcoming North Linthicum Day. But first, making headlines this week. The presidential campaign rolled through Maryland this week, and the primary election here was a little more important than in most years. Donald Trump took the Republican ticket and 35 delegates to the Republican National Convention with 54% of the vote, followed distantly by John Kasich and Ted Cruz. Hillary Clinton took 53 delegates and 63% of the vote compared to Bernie Sanders at 33%. We also narrowed the candidates for U.S. Senator to replace Barbara Mikulski to just two. State Delegate and Republican Kathy Szeliga will take on Democratic Congressman Christopher Van Hollen in November. Locally, voters also chose to retain 4 circuit court judges, Kathy Vitale, Donna Schaefer, Stacey McCormack, and Glenn Clavins. I guess it's onward to November, Dave. Did you vote?
I did vote, and how about you? Did you vote?
I did, and it was quick. It was efficient. I was in, I was out.
You liked the bubble thing?
No, I didn't. But
that was ridiculous.
I kind of missed the electronic voting, but still.
I think everybody, and we had the folks from the Board of Elections on
Yes.
a couple weeks ago, and they mentioned going to this system, and I thought they were talking about the punch card machines.
Oh.
This was literally bubbling in a Scantron.
Yeah, I gotta say.
Who thought that was a better idea?
I was kind of intimidated too because they said don't go outside the
Right.
lines, but it was kind of hard with an ink pen not to go outside a little bit. So I was kind of nervous.
I think you're gonna have way more mess ups than you would with the. I don't understand it. I don't understand. This is not a complicated process.
Yeah, I know. And I understand in Baltimore City they ran out of the I voted stickers.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
You do it for the sticker, right?
Yeah, I got my sticker.
And let me just say also, did you see those Kathy Szeliga commercials with her on the motorcycle?
No, I didn't. But I saw, do you know the big, what is that? The water place that's on 97 that has the huge sign?
Oh, yes, yes.
Scardina?
Yes.
They had a big Kathy Szeliga thing going on,
yeah.
so.
Well, it'll be interesting.
Advertising.
Again, you look back at the last election when Larry Hogan won and where a lot of Republicans won in a state where that just doesn't happen traditionally. So it'll be interesting to see if some of that holds or if it swings back the other way. I mean, you can't have a bigger test of that than a U.S. Senate seat, which does not come up very often. So this race between Kathy Szeliga and Chris Van Hollen is definitely one to watch.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're both, he was a former delegate as well, so they used to serve in the same House of Delegates.
So who'd you vote for?
Can't tell you that, it's a secret.
Whatever.
Well, we're only a few days away from the county executive's presentation to the county council for the fiscal year 2017 budget. It all happens on Monday, May 2nd at 11 a.m. Now, of course, as always, we will be broadcasting the speech live here on Arundel TV. You will also be able to watch it on your computer via live stream if you're not home that day to watch on local cable. The fiscal year ends on June 30th, so that means about 2 months of deliberation by the council. We have all the dates and times for you to get involved. County Executive Steve Shue will host a series of public meetings to get your feedback as well. Tentative dates for those public events in the community are May 9th, May 16th, and May 17th, but we'll be sure to let you know as soon as the details are finalized.
All right.
And go recycling.
Go recycling.
I'm rooting for recycling. I've seen a little bit of the budget, and I gotta say, it's looking good for recycling.
Thanks. Thanks for that inside tip.
Sure.
Dave.
I fought hard.
I bet you did.
Really hard.
Thank you. I think you would have known. You would have had to answer. Yeah.
Got kind of crazy in there.
We're looking for volunteers to exercise, but this is not a healthy Anne Arundel month exercise.
Darn.
Although we know we had plenty of folks for that too.
We did.
The Office of Emergency Management is holding an emergency exercise on June 24th to enhance our capability to open and operate an emergency shelter. No experience is necessary. Volunteers will be given scripts to role play victims that need assistance after a disaster. And if you are interested in volunteering, you can call Chrissy at 410-222-0605 by June 1st. Do you think they're going to be looking for zombies? Because I want to play a zombie.
They might.
I could be a good zombie.
You could be a good zombie.
Wake me at about 5:30 in the morning, I'd be perfect.
You wouldn't even need makeup or anything.
No coffee. I'm good. Ready to go.
The hair would be perfect.
Maybe it was a little.
Oh, Kristin, you're so scary. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we'll talk to Rick Anthony, the county's Director of Recreation and Parks. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Welcome back. Well, Dave, it is springtime. The birds are chirping. We've got some rain. The sun's coming out. What do you think about?
I think about, what am I going to do to get outside and have fun?
That's right. And that's why we've got Rick Anthony here today, Director of our County Recreation and Parks. Mr. Anthony, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great.
Good,
Very
good.
excited to talk to you and find out what's going on right now with parks. Particularly the hot topic right now is Fort Smallwood, the boat ramp opened. And we're wondering, how crowded has it been? It's been open for about a week now?
Yeah, it's been open a week, and we actually have 47 launches now. The weather hasn't been the greatest for it, and I think our best day so far has been Sunday. We got 21 launches in one day, but we anticipate it's going to pick up fairly quickly.
Sunday's a good boat day.
Yeah, Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday fun day.
There you
And
go.
rockfish.
There you go. Ooh, yes.
Do you have any number in your mind for how many you think you'll get on like a busy summer day?
Well, we're hoping we don't get more than 44, 45
That's how many
at
parking
one time,
spots?
because that's about the amount of parking that we have. We have made plans, though, to do overflow parking, so our intentions is not to turn any boater away. So far, it's been very good. We have a great ranger out there, Matt Gray, that's been handling all of this new amenity, and so far he's saying that they're doing okay. So we'll see, again, summertime when it gets a little warmer and hotter, and you know, we get a little more of the fishermen wanting to get out there. We'll see where we go from there.
Well, people are definitely very excited about it, and I think it's going to be a very successful project. It might be the biggest recreation project that we've opened in a very long time. The North County Aquatic Center comes to mind too, but if I want to launch my boat, I want to use Fort Smallwood Park. What's the process? How much does it cost and all that stuff?
Yeah, so we really divided the launch from park entrance. So if you're coming there just to launch a boat, it's $10, and that includes getting in the park, parking, everything you need to launch your boat. If you decide that you're going to use that ramp a little bit more than 8 or 9 times, and I would encourage you to get a seasonal pass, which is $75. So you launch 8 times, you got your money there.
So some people have asked, if you buy the $75 pass, do you have entry to all of the parks, or is that just for the boat ramp?
It's just for the
Okay.
boat ramp. We anticipate, I know we're going to get to it a little bit later, but as we continue to get the ramps online, then that will be sufficient for all the ramps in the county. But it's very important that we kind of separate the park entrance for the ramp, and mainly because the ramp has a dedicated revenue that is required by the federal government, so we need to keep that as a separate amenity for the park.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
People
Good
appreciate
deal,
to
though.
know that.
$75
It
if
is
you
a
boat
good
a
deal.
lot,
Great
you
deal.
make that money back.
Yeah, it is a
so,
good deal.
yeah.
I can't think of how much it is to get a key in my community to our boat ramp, but I'm sure it's comparable to that.
Yeah, we're at least in line, maybe lower than a lot of other jurisdictions. I can tell you Annapolis City is $75 too for their yearly pass. For
I
their
can't
boat.
wait to try it. I was there for the ceremony, but I can't wait to go out on a boat from there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We should do a show on the boat.
There we go. We always come up with remote ideas.
Sure.
So obviously everyone loves Fort Smallwood, but there's more to come, right? There's a plan to put a boat ramp water access on every north and south shore of every river in Anne Arundel County is the big goal.
Well, that's the goal. That's what the county executive obviously would like to see us do. Our plans right now are to look at a site in Shady Side, Discovery Village. I think it's already known that we're planning to sign a long-term lease and get a ramp going there. So we recently this week have gotten the lease back from them, and we're going to have some consultants out there to kind of see what it would cost for us to build a ramp. And then beyond that, there's money in the budget to do a feasibility study to look at all of our holdings and determine the feasibility of putting ramps, just like the exec said, at least on every major river in the county.
So behind the scenes, you all are doing some, turning over stones and looking for where locations are. I mean, I think there are some that we've known about for years that may be in disrepair.
Oh yeah, the county has quite a bit of holdings for waterfront properties. Some of them are already obviously active parks. Some of them are parks that really don't get as much attention as they could. And even beyond the boat ramps, the county executive put in another budget just so we can make various improvements just to get the people to the water, whether it's canoe, kayaking, or natural trails. It's very important to him, and I concur that we allow all of our citizens to be able to have access to the beautiful water views that we have here in the county.
And we're looking quite possibly at ramping in the north, ripping in the south.
Ramps for everyone.
Yes.
Rick, tell us, obviously there are so many programs and activities that Rec and Parks administrates. What are some things for the summer that people should start looking into now if they want to do
Oh yeah, well, summer obviously is our prime time. That's the time when the kids put away their books and put on their shorts and say, hey, Rec and Parks, what you got for us? So a tremendous amount of summer camps, summer fun centers. We have a little more specialty camps this year, like STEM camps, art camps, drama and dance. Those have really taken off. And we have sports camps as usual in the summertime. But just go to our website, it'll give you all the details. One of the other things that we're always excited about is our concert series that we get into. Yeah. So Quiet Waters, every Thursday you have a free concert. But we also do concert series at Downs and the trails there.
And those are on Sundays.
Those are on Sundays, and then the concert series Thursdays.
That's correct, at Quiet Waters.
At Quiet Waters.
Yes.
Free.
Free concert.
Free music,
Come on
y'all.
out. Yeah.
Free.
Good music, too.
Good music.
Very good music.
And we know some singers, Rick, if you want.
Is this an audition here for
She charges really high rates, though.
We might not be able to afford her.
We should mention that these concerts are free, and that,
Right.
which is a really good deal. I mean, where else are you going to be? And there's no better place to sit there and watch a show than Quiet Waters or Downs.
Some great performers that have played over at our county parks. Kelly Bell,
Yes.
Sweet Lita.
He's a
Any
favorite.
artists that you can share with us? Or
No, I would recommend you go to the website. But
keep
It's a hush hush right now.
Hush.
Kelly Bell's coming. He's definitely a regular.
Well,
I believe we have the Navy band will be one of the weekends, right?
They're excellent.
Yeah.
Always great programming from you guys. One of my favorite kid camps that you guys do is the superhero camp.
Yeah.
I think that's great. You get to pick an alter ego. You learn how to be a superhero. I think
So
we should do superhero camp.
Well, we have to know then what
What would be a
superhero would you
superhero?
be?
Green girl.
Green girl?
Recycle to the death.
Oh, we talked about this before.
No, I don't know. What would yours be?
I thought I had an idea in my mind, and then I recently saw Batman versus Superman, so
Okay.
now it's harder to decide.
Really?
Burrito boy. Trier of the burritos.
I'm gonna go with Batman because I like the new Batman suit.
You have to pick something new.
Oh, I have to come up with a hero?
Superhero.
Rockfish Man.
Rockfish Man. Rick?
No, I'll pass.
No, man. No.
Come on, Rick.
I'm a big Avengers fan, so I'll have to think of something that coincides with them. But
Yeah, mutant
right
powers
now,
of some
right.
sort. No, that's X-Men. That's not Avengers.
No.
I get confused.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah,
But
well, my
Avengers
powers would be splitting myself so I can be at 3 or 4 different events at one time.
And you've already done that today. You've used that power.
you're good. I see what you did there.
He's
Good.
everywhere, folks.
So, yeah, if people want to get out and about, if they want more information on the concerts that are occurring this summer, more information on the boat ramp, where should they go?
Anne Arundel County, northlinthicumpr.org/rec-and-parks. It will give you all the information.
Piece of cake.
Very good.
Pie.
Yeah.
And you guys have a great Facebook page too, so always
We
keep
do.
an eye, friend on the app, because they have great events they show on that page as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Anthony, thank you so much for coming out and chatting with us today. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And for you out there, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Week in Review right after this.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Welcome back. Well, North Linthicum Day is coming. This is your chance to get out and throw some hot dogs on the grill high atop Linthicum Heights. Our own Pat Daly has more. Pat?
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Tina Graybill of the North Linthicum Improvement Association here at the beautiful Overlook Park in Linthicum Heights. Here to talk about North Linthicum Day coming up very soon. Tina, can you give us some background and some information on North Linthicum Day?
Sure. North Linthicum Day was reinvented a couple of years ago. We've held a Linthicum Celebration Day for the community for about the past 10 years. 2 years ago, we decided to reinvent the whole event and involve local business owners, home-based businesses, brick-and-mortar locations, and to basically bring more to the community other than the typical, backyard cookout. So this year we're hoping to have 35 local businesses join us and partner with the association and have a wonderful day.
That's great. How many people do you usually have at the event? Can you just spitball?
Sure. Previously we usually had about 150 attendees. Last year we had about 325.
Great. That's great. And how can we find out more about the event?
You can find out more information by visiting our Facebook page, the North Linthicum Improvement Association page. We're posting on that weekly, daily with more information.
Okay. And I'm just curious, do you know how many North Linthicum Days there have been? How old's the event?
I know that this event is dated back, 20 plus years. Some years may have been skipped, but the past 2 years we've significantly increased volume.
Great. Well, it's a great location. Food, fun, and family here in North Linthicum. Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Thanks, Pat. Again, that event will be May 14th. And be sure to like the North Linthicum Improvement Association on Facebook.
Whoa, that got scary. You were North Linthicum.
Improvement Association
That's a tough
on
one.
Facebook. You gotta take a breath before you say it. Man, hot dogs.
Well, Kristin, we had a very sad, somber week.
I don't want to talk about it.
I know, but we can't avoid the elephant in the room,
I don't
okay?
want to talk about it.
We of course lost Prince, who many of our friends know that we are huge Prince fans here, both of us, and we're very sad to see Prince go.
I don't know why this one hit me harder in the heart than many of the others that we've had recently.
I know why.
I know why. I'm a huge Whitney Houston fan, and I was upset, but not like this.
Okay, well, you brought up two separate things there. One is that, as many people have said, Prince kind of wrote the soundtrack to our lives. So people that are our age or around our age, you can remember as soon as you hear that song, you instantly get taken back to the time when the song came out. And it gives you that nostalgic feeling. Now, I think the difference with Whitney Houston, and I'm glad you brought that up because this annoys me. Whitney Houston had problems at the end of her life. She had a very tumultuous end to her life, the whole Bobby Brown and everything, and that was several years of this. Prince, nobody saw it coming, and Prince, from everything I know, Prince was not a drug addict. He was not your cliche, rock star who dies of a heroin overdose. I don't think that's what happened here, and a lot of people who don't follow him closely, I think they got that impression because of the way it was covered, and that's a shame.
Okay, also then, I'll play devil's advocate here, David Bowie. Nothing going on in his life that you would have thought.
True. He died of cancer.
We didn't know he had cancer.
He died of cancer.
This is my thing about Prince, and hang with me here while I explain this.
As long as you need. Take the show, Kristin.
I'm sorry.
This is Prince. Take as long as you need.
I mean, I feel like Prince, to me, never aged. seemed kind of magical. So him dying kind of sucked up a bit of the magic in the world.
Yeah.
And to me, that's really, really disheartening.
Yeah.
So I think that was it. You never expected him to go, because it seemed like he was out of this world. So.
And even Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson is such a big deal in my life and people my age, and Prince was a much bigger deal to me.
Yeah.
And it is somewhat because of the shock of it, that nobody saw that coming. Everybody thought he was going to be around for another 20 years, and B.B. King, toured into his 90s, right?
Right.
So, it's a shame. And it's not even, we've heard about all the material that he has that we haven't seen yet, which is exciting to some extent. Dulls
what,
it a little
100
bit.
albums
But
worth of material.
the thing is that people don't understand about this guy is it wasn't so much about hit songs and videos and things like that. It was the experience of being at the show. Every show was different, and he was a showman, and it was an experience. And I feel lucky now that I was able. I did complain a little bit that I dropped $250 on a ticket to go see Prince last year.
I think that's why I'm so upset. I never got to see him. And yeah, you're right, showmanship, but also we would be remiss if we didn't add raw talent. Complete raw talent, can play any instrument, wrote all his own music, amazing band leader, and yes, a great showman.
And
so
you could
package.
argue no one compares to him.
That's true. No one compares.
No, think about it. I mean, tell me another artist who could play as many instruments that proficiently and also compose, perform,
music for so many
dance, others. All these things. I mean, he's the total package, and I can't think of anybody else.
He was more than a triple threat. He was like even more than a quintuple threat. He was just a major threat.
I've always said, and people laughed at me, top 5 guitar players of all time.
Oh, he's amazing.
And that's a big thing to say.
You see it in that When My Guitar Gently Weeps video that they did.
Oh, anything. You watch anything he plays and just watch him play guitar, and
he's insane.
He didn't like being compared to Jimi Hendrix. No. He did not, he didn't want to go there. But you got to put him up there with the top 5. Jimi Hendrix and Jimmy Page, and it's a big loss.
We miss you, Prince.
Yep. And we're gonna do our own tribute concert next week.
Oh.
So get ready for that.
Okay.
That wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode and archive episodes online anytime on Facebook, YouTube, or Google Plus by simply searching Arundel TV. Please tune in again next week for more highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.
Nothing compares. Nothing compares to you.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.